Live from Odyssey Studios in Edinburgh, Kentucky, it's time for another episode of Odyssey's Game Corner. Tonight, we're breaking out the Spartan ammo and the ships and everything else to get into this Odyssey. That's right, we're talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the last of the Assassin's Creed series that I'm finally caught up on. Now let's talk about it. Your host, right from ancient Greece, Odyssey! Hello, Easy Nation. Welcome to another episode of Darth Easy's Game Corner. I hope everyone is having a good Sunday afternoon, or Sunday night, or Monday, or whenever you listen to this. Hello for the future. So this is my Darth Easy Game Corner. It's been a few weeks since I've had an episode. Mostly I've been diving into. So here's the thing about this. My actual next Game Corner, I said in my last Game Corner episode, was going to be on The Last of Us Part 2. Well, I got Last of Us, I didn't get what I was supposed to, and I was like, well, I need something to play, at least for an hour or two, and then I can dive back into, and then I can get back into this Assassin's Creed. So I said, let's play Odyssey for like an hour or two, and we'll see, and then I'll dive into Last of Us after, and then I can dive back into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Well, that didn't happen because, I just enjoy the open worldness of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I was like, you know what, Last of Us Part 2, it's not going anywhere. I have it. It's my next game to play. Actually, after I'm done doing this episode, I'm going to finish playing. I have a few missions left of the Odyssey I want to play. I mostly want to play one of the DLCs that I'm kind of interested in. And after that, I'm going to play Last of Us Part 2. Probably won't start that till tomorrow. Maybe I might start tonight. I haven't really decided yet. But let's get right into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey is the furthest back of the Assassin's Creed series we have seen so far. So all the Assassin's Creeds, it all takes place on this hidden conflict between the Assassins Brotherhood and the Templars. In Assassin's Creed Origins, we found out kind of the origin of both the Assassins and the Templars. The Assassins were known as the Hidden Ones in Assassin's Creed Origins, and the Order of the Ancients was what we would know as the Templar Order. Well, this one takes it back even further back. This takes back us all the way to. This takes place, I believe, 300 years prior to the events. It might have been a little later than that, maybe earlier than that, maybe 200 years, 250 years, something like that. It takes place during the Peloponnesian War, and you're playing as one of two characters. And you can play as a male character of Alexius or Cassandra. I play as Cassandra. I thought, let's play as a female character. I really enjoyed playing the more a different gender character like I did in that's one thing I really enjoyed about Assassin's Creed Syndicate was playing as a different gender character. So I was like, let's play this character, and I think that's actually when I've looked into it, the books of this game is more. It's about it depicts the female version of this character. So I guess I'm just trying to find rationale why I did it. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. So, like I said, Odyssey, and so you play, and then this game introduces a lot of new implicates into, I guess, the Assassin's Creed, because Assassin's Creed has always been an action-oriented role-playing or action-based game. This one devolves into more of an RPG element. At Origins, we delve into this big open world. Odyssey, we delve completely into role-playing things. It is a complete RPG, and I was not so sure about that at first, but over time I did enjoy it. Because, I've always been the guy well, it's based off history. We can't change history. And really, you don't change. It's not like you're not changing the events of history, because at the end of the Peloponnesian War, Sparta takes over Athens. Eventually, Thebes takes over Sparta, and eventually Alexander the Great comes in and completely evolves the world. So none of those events change anything in history. So I did enjoy, but you're playing this character who was been you were playing the granddaughter of, or grandson of, Leonidas, or as they say, Leonidas in the game. I don't know if that's just the Greek accent. Maybe that's how you do say it. But that being said, I just thought the game was fun. The gameplay I felt was more evolved from what we got in Assassin's Creed Origins, because Assassin's Creed Origins, I did enjoy the game. I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the story more in Assassin's Creed Origins. I agreed that I liked in Odyssey, but the gameplay in Odyssey was so much fun. From the sword play to there are 3 branches: the hunter branch, the warrior branch, and then the assassin's branch. And I was always like the person, I was just like, why are we making an Assassin's Creed set in Sparta or as a Spartan? For me, those two just do not line up. And so it took a lot to convince me, but I love the Greek world so much. Like, I took ancient Greece in college, and I don't like Greek. I like Roman history better than I like Greek history, but I know a lot about the Greek history. And I think they chose the perfect time period to do this Assassin's Creed story. Because most people are like, well, why didn't they do maybe do it 100 years later? But there is so much conflict going on in the world this time that you couldn't do a better timeline. Because what are you going to do with Alexander the Great? You're going to have him there for a little bit. Maybe he goes off to Persia or something. Maybe set earlier. That's the only 2 time periods I could think of. You set it back another 20, 30 years during the war with Persia. That's the only other timeline I could even think about doing an Assassin's Creed in ancient Greece. This is the perfect time period. So, and one of the things I liked about this game was what I enjoy about other Assassin's Creed is bringing in historical characters. Like in Origins, we didn't have that as much. This one, we had so many cool characters, from Pericles, having philosophy talks with Socrates. Socrates, like, one of the coolest historical characters I've seen in any Assassin's Creed game, and it completely captures what Socrates, from everything from not his writings, because he never wrote anything down, and I like how he explains why he didn't write anything down. I think that was very fascinating to other characters in this game. And you're going after this cult of Cosmos, which is kind of an early version of the Templar Order. And they have a lot of the ideas that the Templars have, like controlling order, controlling everything around the world. I think the game did a pretty good job in doing that. So, yeah, I really did. Like I said, I really enjoyed this game. The gameplay, like I said, the gameplay was fun. I liked the characters, and I liked how there was kind of 3 campaigns going on. You have you're going after the cult of Cosmos and find out who the leader of it is and everything. That was very interesting. Then we evolved more into the campaign, and as you evolve more into the campaign, then you have this story of trying to get your family back together, that your life was taken away from you, trying to save your brother who's turned to the dark side. And then there's this Atlantean story, which evolves to the modern day story. To see Atlantis was a very interesting thing, because, I like how it kind of brings in this kind of mythology thing. And when I first saw some of these things about fighting the Cyclops, Medusa, and I was just like, I don't know about that. But basically, how it happens is it's pieces of Eden that kind of corrupts these things into these kind of mythological characters that we've seen in mythology. So that being said, that did not bug me. It was interesting to see Cassandra in 2018 talking to Layla. I was not expecting that. The modern day story, it has its role, I guess. For me, the modern day story has not had an impact on me since Assassin's Creed 3. And because when we were playing these games, we're like, okay, this is affecting what's going on in the real world. We got to get this thing in order to connect it. But this one is just kind of it's an afterthought. It doesn't really matter or not, but it doesn't really matter. And that's the thing that bothers me, because you could do so many cool things with the two narrative storyline, the storyline of the past assassin, and then how it affect, and how we're looking into finding this technology into affecting the day. This one just kind of like, it's an afterthought. There's the war's going on, but it's fine. So I'm hoping they can improve on that, or maybe just do away with the modern day storyline altogether. Or maybe you're just playing a historian or something who's going back and finding this stuff. I think either way, I did enjoy. Overall, guys, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a very enjoyable Assassin's Creed game. I really, really did enjoy it. A lot better than I was expecting, because I was thinking, I don't know about Odyssey, just because it still doesn't feel Assassin's Creed to me as much as I think this feels more Assassin's Creed than what Valhalla is going to feel like. I'll have to play Valhalla. It'll be probably one of the first few games I get for the PlayStation 5. So I'll be playing that when it comes out. But I just don't know about Vikings. But, I had the same reaction when I said Spartans. And Spartan does not scream to me Assassins. And I liked how they did the branch of the Cult of Cosmos, where you have to hunt these things down, find these clues, do these side missions to get there. I thought that was a very interesting thing with the game. So, guys, I did enjoy Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's very worthy of the Assassin's Creed name. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast of Darfy's Game Corner. My next Game Corner this time will be The Last of Us Part 2. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably get the Ghost of Tsushima. I've been looking forward to playing that game. And I had a co-worker from work tell me that the game's awesome. So, it's always a good thing to hear. So I will be playing that whenever I get it, but I'm going to play Last of Us Part 2 because I've been looking forward to playing that for about a month now. I've had the game, and I'm getting ready to put that in my PlayStation maybe tonight. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Darfy's Game Corner. Make sure you check out my other podcast. I have TV recap. Kind of on taking a break until Captain Marvel's done, because that's the only show I have. I'm on probably watch a new Netflix show with the girl from 13 Reasons Why, Catherine Langford, I believe that's her name, but the Curse show. That sounds kind of interesting. So, and also I've been watching Gotham. So once I finish Gotham, I'll do a TV recap on Gotham. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. So, guys, until next week, next time, I hope y'all enjoy. And remember, nothing is true. Everything is permitted.